Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here, and welcome back to another episode, and actually the final episode of the Cristiano Ronaldo career mode with Manchester United. If you haven't seen the previous two, by all means go back and watch it, but this one's going to be a bit of a mad one and a crazy one to finish it off. Of course, we are in charge of Manchester United. We weren't originally at the start of the season when we retired Ronaldo in a play career mode and made him a manager. We took over Newcastle. Now we're with Manchester United, and unbelievably, we were able to get the gig in our first season. And as you can see, 12 games in, still not even a third of the way through the season. We are in a relatively good position. It begs the question, why the hell was there even a job opening available if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was doing this good a job? I mean, Leicester doing what they're doing, surely they'll eventually drop off. There's no way that they can do that again. I know that we were saying that back in 2015, but really, there's no way they're going to go on and become the Premier League champions. So, regardless, we're in a pretty good spot as is. I decided that I'd advance ahead to January to sort of get a bit of a read on where the table is at the halfway stage, and now it's starting to take a bit more shape. It's a battle between both Manchester United and City at the moment. Leicester City have dropped down to third. Everton's like fourth, so they're in the mix. Very interesting. Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, and I think Newcastle United, our old team that we were managing, has dropped down as well. We've got a decent amount of cash, and ladies and gentlemen, I thought, why not go for just something absolutely ridiculously crazy? Lionel Messi, 32 years of age, imagine it. How great would it be if in real life, somehow the universe aligned and the planets and all that fucking shit, and Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi ended up playing on the same team? Just at some point in the next year or two. Imagine it. That would be absolutely unbelievable. It would be one of the most incredible things. Like, every single game would be, every ticket would be worth like $1,000 or something. Like, even all the way up in the rafters. It would be incredible. But for this, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do something even more interesting. I'm going to, with Cristiano Ronaldo as a manager, sign Lionel Messi to the team he's managing. We're going to, for 120 million, bring Lionel Messi to Manchester United. And if Messi was to go for any sort of amount of money at 32 years of age, I mean, 120 mil is probably still cheap, considering this is Lionel Messi we're talking about, but maybe not too far off the mark. But can you believe it? Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi finally having that goddamn dinner that they were talking about. And yeah, now it's also a little bit of business thrown in there as well, since we are debating wages. Look at that. He's on $640K a week, yet he's willing to take a cut like that. Yeah, the bonuses are pretty mad, like a $10 million appearance bonus. That's pretty decent. But still, though, the job is done, and Lionel Messi is going to be playing for Manchester United under Cristiano Ronaldo. That is nuts. Now, what I've decided to do after making that final little change is advance to the last game of the season. Regardless of what's happening with it, I'm going to play the final game of the season. And if there was any other big fixtures, I'd play that instead. But after simulating to the very last game of the season, I've noticed that we're on top of the table, but it's not over yet. Man City could still take it from us if we were to lose. We have a high goal difference. We've got an advantage of 2 points in the table. But if we were to lose, there is a chance, if Man City won their next game, that they could go on and win the that they could win the Premier League title. So we have to be absolutely sure of it. I'm going to play the final game of the season. I was always going to anyway. But yeah, one last little pre-match press conference. And how do you rate your chances of winning the league? I love how every single time, again, it's not every single game you have to do a press conference and a post-match press conference, but it's all the big key fixtures in a game, and you get asked like the same, like relative questions to where you are in the season and what's happening. It's brilliant to see. I'm getting asked about, title chances, how it's coming down to the last day, and it's brilliant to see. The team morale, I would have thought, would have been a little bit better than this, although, to be fair, I have just been simulating and not really doing much else. We are going to be against Leicester City as well, the team that was, as you saw at the beginning of this episode, they were a chance of winning the Premier League, but they eventually dropped off, as we knew that they would. But they're still going to give us a tough game, I reckon. The fact that they finished third, they're clearly going to be decent on paper. And that's one thing I've noticed in my time with FIFA 20 career mode. Simulating forward, the table actually does look somewhat similar to how it should look in real life. But This is the only game we're going to focus on. Man City are going to be playing Chelsea. So hopefully they surely will be a tough opponent for Man City. And there's a chance Man City might not even beat them. But all we have to do is not lose. And we will be Premier League champions. It's that simple. I'm still going to try to go out to win the game. Of course I will. That's the best way to do it. Unlike maybe an Ernesto Valverde sort of approach. Just sort of sit back and don't fucking do anything in the game and get whacked 4-0. I'm going to try to actually do something here and go for it. Hopefully get this man Lionel Messi a goal in a Manchester United shirt with Cristiano Ronaldo at the helm. It's crazy, but it's underway. And again, a reminder, we have 80 points in the Premier League. Man City 78. Even if we draw this game and they win, that's enough for us to win the Premier League title, so long as they don't win by like 15, 20 goals or something, because it is where our goal difference is that big. Messi trying to get away from Christian Fuchs, ends up winning the ball there, Fuchs. It's a clean tackle, but my God, not even Messi, with all his pace and ball control, couldn't get away. Slipping through, Rashford trying to cut it back for Messi, but a bit of a tighter angle, saved by Schmeichel and kicked and cleared away. Now half an hour into it, look at the top right-hand corner, and it's Manchester City that have scored through Leroy Sané. So at the moment, they have got the right result for themselves, Man City. They needed to win the game. They're winning now. All they have to do is hope that Leicester City find a way to beat us, which I'm hopefully not going to allow. As Rashford tries to whip it across for Matic. Couldn't quite find him, though. And Leicester City are going to try to move it out here. Although brilliantly done by Ashley Young to win the ball back here. Lingard's going to float one in for the left foot volley from Lionel Messi. And it's the lead with 10 minutes to go in the first half. They strike first, Manchester United. And that is massive, because now we've got ourselves a lead in this game. And Leicester City are going to need 2. If Chelsea can find a way to grab a goal as well, that's going to almost all but seal it. It's looking very, very good. I remember the last Manchester United title that was won in the Premier League was sealed with a left foot volley from Robin van Persie, and it could be yet another one, but this time for Lionel Messi that does the honours. How about it? Brilliant stuff to see. And as soon as we score our goal, we see Chelsea have actually gone ahead and equalised. So not only are Man City going to need to try to retake the lead, but Leicester are going to have to get 2. It is looking very, very good, and it would take a bottle of magnificent proportions if it were to happen. I don't see it. Not with Cristiano Ronaldo as your manager, not with Lionel Messi as your captain. It is not going to happen. 1-0 going into and now out of halftime as we come into the second half. But obviously we're not going to look to rest on our laurels. We're going to try to go for a second, really kill the game off. Lingard and Matic and Messi, and then sliding it in here for Rashford to cut back, doing a little too much. It was looking like a pretty nice move, but still though, Luke Shaw coming out, winning the ball back quite brilliantly. Messi once again now going to send through brilliantly. Rashford, tons of space, going to take a little kick. That's a huge little bridge kick though, completely taken out by Schmeichel. Oh my God, how is that not a penalty? Yes, sure, that was a really heavy touch from Rashford and it was poor, but my God, how wasn't it? Lingard trying to battle for the header, loses out in that one. The cross is blocked by Bailey, and then another cross. They get another bite at the cherry. Lindelof was absolutely annihilated in the air. I'll be honest, I feel like I defended that about as good as I could have, but they kept getting the bounces back. Lindelof was in front and then got poleaxed by Iheanacho. They end up drawing the game. Good on Leicester City, but the result was already sealed, and it is going to be a Premier League title finally for Manchester United, and it's delivered by Cristiano Ronaldo with, of course, in part, some help from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He had him in a very good position after 10 or 12 games. I have no idea why he got the sack. But regardless, there it is. Manchester United are champions, and Lionel Messi, who we signed in the January transfer window, is going to lift up the title. Can you believe it? It's scenes. It's absolute scenes. Manchester United Premier League champions. Cristiano Ronaldo getting it done, not just as a player, but also now as a manager, as a gaffer. And this is just absolutely ridiculous. I would have loved if Cristiano Ronaldo could run on the pitch and lift up that trophy alongside Messi. That would have been mad. But it is done. It is dusted. And that is pretty much the end of this Cristiano Ronaldo career mode. I love the fact now we can take players and immediately turn them into managers. It is sick. But it is time for one last final post-match press conference to end the season. Congratulations on winning the title. You managed to secure it with the last match of the season. I'm loving how damn specific these questions are. Fantastic to see. Obviously, we've just won the title and morale is going to be soaring. It would be incredible if there was somehow a way to make your players upset after winning the title. Maybe I think the option to, start focusing on next season and not giving your players any time to enjoy it might have definitely done that for you. But how satisfied are you with Rashford? Pretty interesting question, considering that he didn't really have too much of an influence in this game, but gave him a little bit of praise, and now he's about as happy as can be. Very happy morale is the entire team morale. You can't be too surprised about that. And, of course, Leicester City getting the last equaliser. Yeah, sure, that is football, and I think I ended up picking that answer as well. We can do better. And, who cares? We won the title. It's so easy to pick the right answers when you're doing these press conferences. It's ridiculous. I actually hope they make it more challenging for you going forward. But either way, that is that. That is the end of the career mode. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope this has given you an even better taste or idea of career mode in FIFA 20. But that is the Cristiano Ronaldo career mode done. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Until the next FIFA 20 career mode video that comes out soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And have a good one.